In today's video, I'm going to be discussing exactly how long it will take to get your tax refund from the IRS. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through the details. All right, now first off, before we get into it, full disclaimer, this is not tax advice, this is not accounting advice, this is not financial advice, and this is not advice in any way, shape, or form. I highly recommend you talk to your own professional, your accountant, your CPA, or somebody like that that knows your situation. I do not know your situation, therefore I cannot advise you here in this video. Just want to throw it out there really quickly, but let's talk about the question that we all want to know. When are we going to get our tax refund from the IRS? Hey, I'm right there with you. I want to know as well, when is the money going to come in? We all want to know this, and this is a question that I see out in the headlines a lot, and I've had a few people here in the community reaching out down below in the comment section as well and saying, hey, can you give us some information on this? When will we get our refunds? If we filed on X date, how long is it going to take, right? Now, obviously, tax filing season started on January 29th. That is the date in which the IRS started accepting tax returns, and it goes all the way through tax day, April 15th, right? Now, obviously, there are some exceptions to the rule, but again, I can't advise you. I'm just simply saying that is the date. So again, we have a couple months here where we can file our federal tax returns. And remember, I'm only talking about federal tax returns. Remember, your state may require a state tax return as well. Not all states, but some states may require that, okay? And again, you might be getting a refund on the state level as well. Again, I hope you do. That's awesome, okay? So that's going to be totally different. It's going to be state by state. Therefore, I'm not going to talk about states here in this video. I'm just talking about federal because states are, their own little entity, and therefore it's going to be different across the board. However, let's talk about the IRS here. And again, I do want to share with you a couple different resources as well, okay? I have a handful of resources here I want to share with you as far as how you can file for free your federal tax return if you fall into certain parameters, as well as some other apps and websites you can use to track your money as well, okay? But in general, here's what the IRS says. The IRS says that in general, refunds will be sent back or will be issued, in general, within 21 days. Now, is this 100% of the time? No, okay? Just take that into consideration. This is not the case every single time, but in general, usually refunds are sent within 21 days from the time that you file your tax return, okay? Just remember that. Now, a couple other things I want to point out. If you have not filed yet, here's a couple things that I would recommend doing. Number one, if you can, input direct deposit information into your tax return. Why? Because it's way faster, okay? If you send out, a tax return and you do not give direct deposit information in there, they're going to mail you a paper check. How long do you think it takes to get a paper check? They need to print the check. They need to, issue the check first off. They need to print the check, package it up. They need to mail it out to you. And then how long is that going to take, right? It could take weeks and weeks and weeks. Direct deposit, boom, you just get a deposit one day into your bank account. How awesome is that? I mean, let's just be real. How often do you enjoy waking up one day and logging into your bank account to check out your little tiny balance, and then all of a sudden you see a pending deposit there from the IRS, right? Not sure about you, but that's a pretty cool day, right? I think we all enjoy those days, right? So I'm just simply saying, if you can enter in direct deposit information, I'd highly recommend doing that onto your tax return just because it's way more efficient and it's way faster, okay? So that's number one. But in general, again, that 21-day time frame, in most instances, this is not going to apply for everybody because sometimes they might need more information. Sometimes they may need to review a little bit further, right? There's just a variety of information and a variety of details as far as why this may not apply to every single person. Now, a couple of the resources that I want to share with you. Number one, again, if you have not filed yet, here's what I would encourage you to do if you want to. This is not required, but you can if you want. If your income is under $79,000 for last year, 2023, remember, we're filing taxes right now on the behalf of 2023, okay? We're right now 2024, we're filing 2023 tax returns. If your income was under $79,000, you can file a free federal tax return with the IRS Free File tool, okay? So here's what you can do. Go to the IRS website and just look for the Free File tool. You can go on there. There's 7 different service providers that the IRS has partnered with, and you can use their services for free to submit your federal tax return. Now, most of them do charge for a state return. This is just filing for free with the Fed, but some of them may offer a free state tax return as well, okay? So just take that into consideration, but you can check it out. There's 7 different providers they've partnered with, and check that out. IRS Free File is what it's called. You can check it out on the IRS website. Otherwise, just look it up on a search engine, things like that. You can be able to find it pretty easily. Just type in IRS Free File. So that's number one, okay? Next, if you want to track your refund, there's a couple tools here. In fact, I talked about this the other day in a separate video, but here's a couple different tools you can share that you can, to track your check as well, okay? The Where's My Refund tool, okay? So this is on the IRS website. Again, go on the IRS website and look for Where's My Refund, okay? You can use that tool to track down your check, and you're going to need a couple pieces of information, okay? Number one, you'll need your Social Security number or your ITIN, I-T-I-N, Individual Taxpayer Identification Number. You'll need that or your Social Security number. If you have a Social, you do not have an ITIN. If you have an ITIN, you do not have a Social Security number. You have one or the other, okay? So you'll need that information. You'll also need your filing status. Maybe you filed individually, you filed a joint return, married couple filing a joint return, whatever it happens to be, you'll need to know your filing status. Next, you'll need to know exactly how much your refund is going to be. Now, it seems kind of weird, like, wait, aren't they supposed to tell me that? Well, yeah, kind of, but you're supposed to figure that out with your tax software that you used to file your federal return. You should know exactly how much your refund is going to be. You need to know that number, and you enter all that information in, and then they'll be able to give you some details on tracking down your refund check, okay? So just take that into consideration. Now next, maybe you don't want to go to the IRS website. You can get the app. The IRS actually has an app, okay? I know, believe it or not, right? They have an app. Here's what you can do. Use the IRS 2 Go app. Again, IRS the number 2 and then the word go. IRS the number 2 Go, G-O. You can get that app and you can track your check there as well. Okay, same situation applies. You'll need to know the information that I shared with you a second ago, which is your Social or ITIN. You'll need to know your filing status, and you'll also need to know the exact amount of your refund, and you can track it there through the app as well, okay? But these are the details that I want to share with you really quickly. Now, how long is it going to take you? Well, to be real with you, generally the IRS does give the tax refunds relatively quickly. Even though they said within 21 days, it's usually faster than that. I'm just being real with you, okay? Based on my personal experience, going through the steps here that I talked about in this video, which is entering direct deposit information into the tax return, it usually comes faster than that. Now, again, no guarantees. I would say from personal experience, usually within 2 weeks. That's just my personal experience. It happens faster. That's just what I can tell you, okay? But again, can't guarantee anything. I don't know. Everybody's situation is very different. I'm just simply saying, usually you file it, and it's like, it doesn't seem that long, and all of a sudden you see, whoa, pending deposit. This is awesome, right? My day just got a lot better, right? So I'm not sure about you, but that's always a very fun and very appreciative day because that money is very needed for a lot of people, right? Anyway, this is what I have for you as of right now. If you have any questions on this, please leave a comment, a question, feedback, anything like that down below. Do your friends, family, social media a huge favor. Share this video with them. There's a big share button down below. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel. I'm here for you every single day, bringing you updates, talking about all the details, and doing whatever I possibly can with all the research I'm doing every single day. A lot of things are happening right now. And as always, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including the thousands in the video library or those that have hand-selected for you down below in the description or at the top of the comment section. Until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. I hope this helps you. And I'll catch you again later.